Welcome to all the students. This is Rajiv Kumar Soni, and I will be taking your I think 8th lecture on simple lifting machine. Now I have completed all the theoretical part of your chapter. Now I will take some numericals. The numericals I have already said are very easy, but the thing is that you must know the basic concepts and you have to learn all the formulas. If you learn all the formulas well, then the numericals are easy. Okay, the best way of learning all the numericals, all the formulas is that you write all the formulas on a single page. Then it will be easy for you to learn them, and also it will be easy to apply them. Okay, when you will do some numerical, you can easily judge which is the formula which has to be implemented or used for that numerical. So you should write all the formulas in a single page. Now starting with the first numerical. Basically there are three types of numericals. First type of numericals are the general numericals for all the machines. They are the generalized numerical. They are not confined to any particular type of lifting machine. They are the general numericals. Second, the numericals is based upon the law of machine. Okay, and the third type of numericals are based upon different types of lifting machines about which you have studied. You have studied all the lifting machines like worm and worm wheel, single purchase, double purchase, wheel and axle, screw jack, pulleys, all these machines, and you have to learn the formulas for all the machines. Basically the velocity ratio, because the formula for the mechanical advantage and the efficiency is common, but the formula for the velocity ratio is different for all the numericals. Now let us start the numericals. This is the first type of numericals, you can say, which are the general numericals, which can be not based upon a particular machine, but they are the generalized numerical for all types of machines. Like this is the first numerical, and in your book also it is the first numerical. So it is given that in a machine there is in a lifting machine. A lifting machine is that in which you lift the weight by applying the effort P. So the weight which is to be lifted by a machine is 10,000 Newton. It is given 10 kilonewton. So convert it into newtons. That means 10,000 Newton. And the effort which has to be applied for lifting the weight W is 1.25 kilonewton, or you can say 1250 newtons. So 10,000 Newton and effort required to lift is 1250 Newton. And the distance moved by the effort is 500 mm, and the distance moved by the load is 50 mm. All the things these are the four things which are given. So first of all you have to calculate the mechanical advantage. Now mechanical advantage is equal to W upon P, that is weight lifted upon effort applied, and the weight lifted is equal to 10,000 divided by 1250. Newton and Newton cancels out, and the answers comes to be 10. This 10 has no unit because this is just a ratio of the two quantities. So any ratio does not have any unit. So mechanical advantage for this machine comes to be 10. Now the velocity ratio. Velocity ratio is equal to y upon x. That means the distance moved by the effort divided by the distance moved by the load. Both of them are given. So y is given as 500 mm and x is given as 50 mm. So mm cancels, and the answer is this is not 10, this is 8. This is 8. The answers comes to be 10. Both the mechanical advantage and the velocity ratio does not have any units because they are just the ratios. The next thing which you have to calculate is the efficiency. So efficiency is equal to mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio, which is equal to mechanical advantage is 8, velocity ratio is 10 into 100, because efficiency is always found in percentage, so you have to multiply it by 100. So the answer comes to be 80%. So this is the efficiency for the given machine. Now you have to find the ideal effort. Now this effort 1250 is the actual effort when there is a friction. But suppose the machine does not have any friction, then definitely our effort would have been less, because some of it is used to overcome the friction. So for an ideal machine, the effort will be always less. Now first of all, find LP. LP is the effort loss. Effort loss means the extra effort which is being applied, and that extra effort is applied to overcome the friction. So the formula for LP is equal to P minus W upon VR. Okay, this is the formula, and you should learn all the formulas. So the if we put the values, so P is 1250 minus W is 10,000 and divided by VR. VR you have calculated here, VR. So the answer is 250 Newton. Okay, this is our effort loss. Effort loss means the extra effort which is applied to overcome the friction, not to do the work, but just to overcome the friction. This is the extra effort. Now ideal effort. Ideal effort is equal to, you can say, actual effort minus effort loss, LP. Actual effort minus effort loss, which is equal to 1250 minus 250, which is 1000 Newton. So this would have been the effort if suppose the machine was frictionless. That means for an ideal machine this would have been the effort, but no machine is ideal, so actual effort is this one. This is only the ideal effort if suppose the machine was frictionless, or you can say it was ideal machine. Okay, so these are the values which you have to calculate. Now second numerical. Now this is the second numerical you have to do. In this numerical, this is also a lifting machine, general numerical for all the lifting machines, and as I have already told you, in this machine the effort which is required is 50 Newton, and the weight which has to be lifted, you don't know, you have to calculate this one, the weight which is being lifted up. Now the distance moved by the effort 500 millimeter, and distance moved by the load is given 20 millimeter. Efficiency is given as 80%. Now you have to calculate the weight which is to be lifted. Now for doing this, you know that efficiency is equal to mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio, and mechanical advantage is equal to W upon P. Velocity ratio is Y upon X. That means it is equal to W upon P into Y into X. So in this way you can write efficiency. Efficiency is equal to W into X upon P into Y. So efficiency, you know, efficiency is 80%. Percent means 80 out of 100 is equal to, in case of in terms of efficiency, you can write, instead of efficiency you can write 80 upon 100, which is equal to W unknown, so you have to find W into X. X is given as 20 mm divided by P. P is given as 50 and Y is given as 500. So in this way you can find W. So W is equal to 80 into 50 into 500 divided by W is equal to divided by 100, this 100 into 20. So the answer comes to be 1000 Newton. So this is the answer. This is the weight which is lifted. Okay. Now coming to the third numerical, velocity ratio is given directly. Y and x are not given directly. Y upon x, the ratio of y upon x, which is velocity ratio, is directly given. W is given 1.5 kilonewton and it is 1500 newton, and the effort P is given as 100 newton. So you have to find whether it is a reversible machine or it is a non-reversible machine. Now you know, in a reversible machine the efficiency is greater than 50%. You have derived this relation. For a reversible machine, efficiency is greater than 50%. So you should calculate the efficiency. If the efficiency comes to be more than 50%, then the machine is reversible, and if the efficiency comes to be less than 50%, then the machine is irreversible. Okay. Now for calculating efficiency, efficiency is equal to mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio, which is equal to W upon P divided by velocity ratio, which is equal to W upon P into velocity ratio, and this is W is given as 1500 divided by P is given as 100. P is given as 100 and the velocity ratio is given as 25. Okay, so this you have to calculate, and the answer comes to be 60%. 0.6, or you can say 60%. Okay, 15 divided by 25. So now the efficiency is 60%, and you know, if the efficiency is more than 50, then the machine is reversible. So it has come to be 60%, so the machine is reversible machine. This is what you have to find out, whether it is a reversible or reversible. For that, efficiency is more than 50, so the machine is reversible. Now coming to next numerical. These three numericals I said were the general numericals, and the fourth one, this numerical which I am going to do, is based upon the law of machine. Okay, this numerical is based on law of the machine, and the law of the machine, as you know, is equal to P is equal to mw plus c. This is the equation of a straight line, and this is only the law of the machine, where P is the effort applied, W is the weight lifted, M is the slope, and C is the extra effort. Now in this equation, M is constant and C is constant. These two things for a particular machine are constants, and P and W varies. So whenever the weight which is to be lifted increases, the effort also increases, and when weight decreases, effort also decreases. That means P is variable and W is variable. These two are constants and P and W are the variables, because P depends upon W. When W increases, P increases. When W decreases, P decreases. Now first of all, first thing is in this is 8th numerical in your book. Okay, first we have to find the law of the machine. For the law of machine, now as you know, P is equal to mw plus c. You have to find this. Now about the numerical, it is given that there is a machine in which, suppose if we want to raise 800 Newton, then the effort required is 20 Newton. In the same machine, excuse me 1 minute. No, this is not the WW. No, this is not the thing. Now see, in this machine it is given that if you want to raise 200 Newton, then the effort required is 50 Newton. And in the same machine, if you want to raise 300 Newton, then the effort required is 60 Newton, because whenever the weight increases, the effort required to lift the weight also increases, and the velocity ratio is given to be 20. The velocity ratio is 20. Now this is the law of the machine. Now putting the values, take first condition that 200 is the load lifted and 50 is the effort applied. Put the values of this. Effort applied is 50 is equal to mw, weight is 200, plus c. This is the first equation. And the second equation, take the second condition that for the same machine, if you want to raise a load of 300 Newton, then the effort is 60 Newton. That means 60 is equal to m into 300 plus c. So this is the second equation. You can say there are two equations and there are two unknowns. So you can easily find the unknowns. Now I will be writing this equation above this equation. Again writing both the equations in a different way. 60 is equal to 300m plus c, and the second is 50 is equal to 200m plus c. Okay. Now let us subtract the second equation from the first equation. This is 10, which is equal to, this is 200m, this is, oh sorry, this is 300m minus 200m, that means 100m, and c minus c 0. So that means m is equal to 10 upon 100, which is equal to 1 upon 10. So this is the value for m. Okay. Now take any equation from these two equations. Take any equation and put the value of m, and you can easily find the value of c. Now taking second equation, that means 50 is equal to 200m plus c. Put the values value of m, which is 1 upon 10. That means 50 is equal to 200 divided by 10 plus c. So c is equal to this side, that means 50 minus 20, which is, this comes to be 20, 20 came here, 30. So the value of c is 30. Okay. So you have to find these two values. So the equations become P is equal to m. What is m? 1 upon 10. mw. W into 1 upon 10 plus c. c is 30. So this is the equation. And this equation is known as the law of the machine, because if you want to find the law of the machine, then you have to calculate the values of m and c, because these two are the constants and these two are the variables. So if you put any values of w, you can easily find the corresponding value for p. So this is the equation. This is known as the law of the machine, which you have to find. Now the second thing which you have to find is the efficiency corresponding to the load of 200 Newton. Efficiency corresponding to the load of 200 Newton. So efficiency is equal to mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio, and mechanical advantage is equal to W upon P. Mechanical advantage is equal to W upon P, which is equal to 200 divided by 50, which is equal to 4. Okay, this is the mechanical advantage, and this is the mechanical advantage, and the velocity ratio is given, which is 20. That means efficiency is equal to mechanical advantage comes to be 4, and velocity ratio is given as 20. So into 100 for getting the efficiency in percentage. So efficiency comes to be 20%. Okay, this is the second thing which you have to calculate. Now the third thing, in the same numerical, which we have to calculate is the effort loss in both the cases. That means LP first case and LP second case. So LP is equal to P minus W upon VR. So LP, where P in the first place, in the first case the P is 20 minus W is 200 divided by 20. This is the LP. Then P is not 20, it is 50. It is 50. 50 minus W upon VR. So 10 is 40. Okay, 40 Newton. So this is the value of LP for first case. Now coming the value of LP for the second case, we get P minus W upon VR, which is equal to the value of P in second case is 60 minus W in second case is 300 divided by 20. So the answer comes to be 20 to 15 will be 45 Newton. So this will be the the value of LP for the second case. Now the fourth thing which you have to calculate, I will be doing here, is the maximum efficiency which is maximum. So maximum efficiency is equal to 1 upon M into VR. This is the formula for the maximum efficiency. I have told you earlier, which will be equal to 1 upon M. So what is the value of M? The value of M is 1 upon 10. That means 1 upon 10. So 10 comes upward, 10 into VR. VR is the velocity ratio, which is 20 into 100. So it will be to 50%. Okay, so this is the maximum efficiency of the given machine, which is 50%. So this is an important numerical, but very easy. Okay, you should learn this, you should try these numericals at home, because just reading the numericals you will not know. You have to do by your own hands, then only you can do in the exams. So thank you so much, and I will be taking some of the more numericals in my next lecture, and my next lecture will be the final lecture for this chapter. Thank you.